Wolverine has discovered the new promo code Pool Party 2 on the Orchis space station. The new promo code is Pool Party 2. Get your free stuff. All right, let's go ahead and get into this new blog that's going to be coming out, the raid on Orchis. It says thump baddies and grab crimson gear with their alliance with the newest raid that's coming your way very soon. Raid on Orchis calls on your top squads and some of the newest raid teams to dispatch enemy waves, including the upcoming Tech Orchis team. And we're going to have more information on that in a future blog. And the other new team that we're going to see, the Nightstalkers. All right, they're already starting us off with the hotness. Are you ready to get into the rest of the content? Let's go ahead and check it out. One of the interesting things is this raid is going to come with two unique maps. There's going to be Raid on Orchis, and then there's going to be Raid on Orchis Omega. The Omega map will have more nodes, 71 versus 51, and better rewards. The interesting thing is the enemy's difficulty, right? Their power, their gear, it's going to be the same in both areas. So for many of us, if you're in an active raiding alliance, we're probably just going to jump right into that. But the wonderful thing is Scopely is looking out for everybody. So even if you have a newish alliance, a budding baby alliance, or maybe, right, you're just playing a little bit more casual, you still have the opportunity to get in on the newest content and pick the 51 nodes instead. That's awesome. And we know there's a lot of people out there who will be working on their teams, trying to pump them up, get them better to move from the smaller one to the bigger, and the transition looks easy. It's beautiful. Now, what about the requirements and the difficulties? It looks like these are the traits that we're going to be using: Bio, Mutant, Mystic, Skill, Tech. And that's good, right? That's good. That means we already got that covered. The teams that we have now will work: Bifrost, Pegasus, Hive Mind, and of course the wonderful Spider Society. And we don't want to forget the Extreme X-Men, right? We already have these teams. They're going to work. They're going to get us through. That's beautiful. And just like in all other raids up to this point, we'll be able to increase the difficulty. Now on that base difficulty, the difficulty 0, the difficulty normal, whatever it starts out at, all you need is characters that hit those traits. So Bio, Skill, Mutant, that's all you need is people that fit in those categories. But as we go up, difficulty 1, 2, and 3 starts to add ISO 8 requirements. So ISO 3, 4, and 5 as you go way up. Now the interesting thing is, it's blue ISO. It's not purple. There's no purple ISO requirement. That's good. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how purple ISO affects the game. This raid is going to have combat modifiers. The point is to increase the base stats, with the exception of health, all your other base stats with the exception of health, and they're going to give you some on-spawn barrier. The point being, so as the new characters coming in the game, you can plug them in right away and be able to participate in the content. So we see how it changes down there at the base difficulty, default difficulty, plus 64% base stats, right? So they're starting you off beefy, but that diminishes as you increase the difficulty level. So think about it like you're taking off the training wheels, so to speak. So in my mind, the way this is going to work is they want people to be able to jump into this. Even people that, you know, aren't super strong or not at the end game, they can still jump in and participate. The spenders, as they get those characters, get the stars on them, right? We'll get the stars probably lower. They'll buy the stars higher, so the spenders can move through the beefier content quicker. And I think that that's fine. I think that's a perfect way to set things up. So now here's where things start to get a little difficult. Those combat modifiers, they don't buff mutant or skill, things like that. They buff the traits that are associated with the teams. So Hive Mind, Extreme X-Men, Spider Society, you'll get a buff, as will the new teams, Orchis and the Nightstalkers. So obviously what we don't see there is Bifrost and Pegasus. Those teams will not get buffed. So will our Bifrost team still be able to do the nodes? Will our Pegasus team still work? I think maybe at the early, this is just me guessing, at the early stages we will, but that's going to drop off really soon. And we're going to be putting it to the test quickly, because after whatever side you start on, that left or that right side, here's the map. You'll get through that first grouping of nodes. The next grouping of nodes is Mystic and Tech back to back. So we're going to have to see how that goes. We might be getting back to that old school, right? Little theory crafting. Everybody has to punch up the middle. We might have to be mixing up our tech and our mystic characters that aren't necessarily raid characters to see what we can do to get through that content. So as we make our way through, we'll be putting ourselves in line to get the next batch of rewards. So as always, they got it fragmented into completion percentage. So maybe you can only get 10% of the raid done. You're going to get rewards from that. It's all good. So it's broken down into the 10, 40, 70, 100%. So keep track of what your alliance is able to do. You'll be able to check out those touchstones to see if you're making progress. The rewards we're going to get, Crimson gear, right? There's Crimson Raid orbs, there's Armory 19 orbs. So it'll be interesting to see how much of those things are there. For the people that have already finished Dark Dimension 7, how quickly is it going to help them to flesh out the rest of their roster? And for those of us who are still making our way through, how much it's going to take, how much they're going to give us in order to be able to catch up. In addition to that, we see we got teal gear and we see we have blue ISO. The Omega difficulty will have first time rewards when you hit 50%. That's not going to kick in till you make it to difficulty 1 or higher. So we're going to have a full rundown of the new Orchis team in an upcoming blog, they say. Be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, commence speculation on who and what are going to be part of the Nightstalker team. So we can start coordinating with our alliance, right? We got the map, so we can start coordinating for the raid on Orchis. Hey man, they gave us free reign. Let the speculation begin. We need 5 members for the Orchis team and 5 members for the Nightstalker team. Who do you think makes that list? Who's going to make the cut? I really want to know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Yo, please subscribe. You're on our way to 1,000. Take it easy, my friends. Peace.